Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's 10 to 11, and I have a lot to say, but I'll be very, very short, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, anytime you stand in this honorable house and you say anything, members opposite behave as if they are perfect human beings. Everything that this government has done is right, and everything they found was wrong. There was nothing good in this country, nothing. This government has done everything good. They are workers. They have transformed the country. And even if you show them factual situations from organizations that they quote when it's relevant to them, the Minister of Finance says, oh, they want to read what they want from the documents. At some other point, he quotes from these same documents. I have 2 points. 2 points to make on this loan from Taiwan. Point number 1, I'll make it again. It is the interest rate is under LIBOR. And I want to read what the IMF report says on borrowing from LIBOR. Member for Choiseul is the IMF report for June 2018, and it is not, it wasn't negotiated before. Sensitivity of public debt profile to changes in international rates. And when you make these statements, the members opposite give the impression that you're evil, or you're saying something that's wrong, or you don't like St. Lucia, you don't want to see development in St. Lucia. When you bring these things to the forefront, even after these things have been flagged by bodies that are basically apolitical, members opposite attack you still. I'm going to read from page 49 on public debt. Recent trends of interest rate and public debt in St. Lucia. St. Lucia's public debt dynamics are exposed to changes in international rates, particularly US interest rates. International interest rates driven by tight US monetary policy are expected to rise over the medium term. I'm not the one who said so. That's the IMF report. When you say it here, they attack you. St. Lucia's public debt composition suggests that its debt profile might be sensitive to international interest rates. What is the benchmark for international interest rates? LIBOR, L-I-B-R. So when you make the point that in borrowing, we have to look at all these dynamics. And if you can avoid borrowing, avoid it. Members opposite attack you. The same people who, in the manifesto, made the point on page, and it's too late to make it a document of the House, that they will not borrow, that they would reduce, and if you challenge me, I can show it to you, that they would reduce the public debt. You want to show it? Because you see, when I come and I speak here on these things, none of you can ever take me on the facts. You can go around, but the facts, you cannot take, you can't challenge me on the facts. It's in your manifesto is not facts. Where your manifesto from? Somebody get to me. Oh, manifesto is not facts. Okay, good shot, Chief. Manifesto is not facts, all right. Fiscal discipline and debt reduction. Page 9. Reduce the debt to GDP ratio by at least 5 percentage points. That's what you said that? I believe you
I
guys.
think the time is affecting you now.
No, no, affected him. Not me, him. And seek legislation for a sustainable ratio thereafter. See, anyhow. Let's get back. I have everything you have, you know. I even have your A Secure Future, your first term report card. I have all that. I have all that. I have to follow you. If I don't follow you, you're in trouble. So, back to the point, Chief. Mr. Speaker, sorry. So, Mr. Speaker, so this government refuses to understand that when you borrow on LIBOR, particularly for long-term loans like 20 years, interest rates can affect you. Point number one. Point number two. In the same IMF report on page 5, listen to what the government told the IMF about roads. They said the road network loan will be contracted by a private, non-resident, special purpose vehicle. Private, non-resident, special purpose vehicle, which the government will repay with part of the proceeds of the road fuel tax. Mr. Speaker, isn't it a normal question to ask? Who is the non-resident special purpose vehicle? Who is the non-resident, and how was the non-resident special purpose vehicle chosen? So we come back to the situation regarding the 150. I have a statement of recurrent revenue. Nowhere in that document is anything about lockbox. There is nothing in that revenue estimate that says, but the Prime Minister says that it's $30 million. $30 million. And he says $40 million, so everybody must believe him. Where, I'll ask the question again, where is the lockbox in the estimates and how much is in the lockbox? I will continue to ask that question in spite of the ridicule. Finally, I want to ask the procurement process for that $40 million. How is it going to be procured? Is it going to be direct award? Is it going to be, how is it going to be done? How do you choose the subcontractors? Rumors are already circulating about subcontractors who are boasting that things are nice, who get trucking and who did not get trucking. These things are already in the air, in the atmosphere. All you want to do, before you make any accusations, all we are asking for is clear the air. All we are asking for is give us the facts. And all we are asking for, because in the final analysis, the people who will pay that debt, we're not the ones who will pay it. The future generation are the ones who will pay that debt. So it's reasonable for us to ask these questions. Why is there so much annoyance when we ask these questions? And these questions are based on fact. Questions that are reasonable and based on past experiences. It is very, 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 very important that we ask these questions. I wrote the Prime Minister about $15 million on a road that was built in Tiroche. I came and I said, we have no issue with the Prime Minister building road in his constituency. We have no issue with that. But we asked, why haven't you come to Parliament with the resolution to get parliamentary approval to build that road? Up to now. Up to this very moment, he hasn't answered me. That's not uncommon. And secondly, he has not come to Parliament with that. So I have no other choice but to take the next step. And because what he believes in his own mind is that he's got the legal answer to the question already. The Prime Minister believes he's answered the question. So what he's looking for is to catch me. So he won't answer me, he'll ignore me, and he'll hope that when the matter goes to the courts will rule in his favor. Just a simple level of not camaraderie, because I think I'm your friend. A simple business of respect. All you do is you write me, you courtesy, thank you. Respond to my letter. No response. But you know, and they come here and they make us tell people as if we are the worst in the world, we are against progress, etc. But I still ask these questions because, as a member inside here likes to say, so long you're here, you don't know that. I have been here very, very long because the people of Castries East put me here. The people of Castries East, I'm proud of them. They are the ones who put me here. And even though you give me $10,000 in a stimulus and give the person I beat $50,000, I'll still be here. Because the people of Castries East put me here. And if, well, take it as yours. Take it away, yours. Your father done living for you. Take it. Your father done living for you. It's your $8,000. Take it. Take it away. It's yours. It's your father.
Honorable leader of the opposition.
It's your money. Take it. Arrogance.
Honorable leader of the opposition.
Mr. Speaker, but
do not let honorable
Speaker,
member.
That's the same guy. That's the same guy.
He's a member. Now, use the parliamentary language, or get back on course and complete your.
Surely not you. And when we come and ask these questions, Mr. Speaker, when we come and ask these questions, they get up, arrogance. You give me this, give me that. If something was wrong, the people of St. Lucia have made us pay for what we did that's wrong. The people of St. Lucia, they've made us pay for what they did is wrong. So what you have to do now is you have to correct the wrongs. And don't come in and just, anytime you open the mouth, make a fuss, oh, you did it too. That's what you did too. But I won't even answer you. You see, the point I'm making is that it's unfair. It's unfair to give the elected representative $10,000 and give the person who was beaten in the elections $50,000. That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making. So, but in spite of that, we will continue to raise these issues. We'll continue to raise it, and no amount of intimidation or no amount of threats will ever stop me from raising these issues in this honorable house. So, whereas I'm still concerned about the procurement policies as it relates to these roads. How are you all going to choose the contractors? How are you going to choose the contractors? I insist. I want to find out how you choose the contractors and how are you going to award the contracts, award the trucking, etc., award the heavy equipment work. How are you going to divide that among the people of St. Lucia? Whether you're going to do it through direct award because it's your father's money, or whether you're going to do it, or whether you are going to do it by tendering. That's the question I want to ask. And the time will come when we will answer all these questions. And there's one time when all the arrogance must come to an end, when you have to go and face the people. And I've faced the people from 1997, and the people have never rejected me. Never, from 1997. So all those who have been rejected and have taken up again, they can't deal with me. From 1997, I've not been rejected. And that is because the people of Castries East understand my humility, and they understand why they've elected me from 1997. So I still ask these questions because I ask them with the sincerity of purpose for the benefit of the people of St. Lucia and not for my benefit. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.